Hey everybody, welcome back to day 29 of our ScoobQuest series. And boy oh boy, from the title you can probably guess what this question is going to be. A Scooby-Doo character that you have a crush on. Yep, didn't have to look at the actual title to remind myself, no, I knew this was coming. I just knew, okay? It's like literally, oh my god, it's like every schoolyard conversation if you're talking about Scooby-Doo. And being an adult is like, god damn, I do know my answer, but it's just like, it's so weird saying it, but screw it, it's for the video. Now, depending on the character, you can go all out. I don't want to say that now, you're not limited to the entire gang, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to do it the gang related because I don't want to delve too in there with other characters where they only make minor appearances. Some make big impacts, but only on the screen for a little while, while others are there constantly. And yes, they have their little moments, but they don't really stand out the most, and most people like them the more. So, again, any character from any series, go all out, it's up to you. But for me, I'm going to keep it close to home and keep it to the 5 gang members, and I chose it down between Velma and Daphne, and in the end I decided with Velma. I don't know why, but the smart ones, I prefer the smart over the pretty, because I really hate it when people do themselves up just for appearance. It's like, that's not just who you are. If you believe making yourself look glamorous is all that gets you in life, then you're sadly mistaken, okay? Because if you don't have a good personality or have something else to balance that out, you're really going to end up with someone who's going to mistreat you. So for me, I went with smarts because something about like a nerdy girl is kind of hot in a way. So I went with Velma because that's something I can relate to in real life. That's like something that I would pair up with. So if, say, I'm on Tinder and I see someone looking good and that's all they do in each photo is try and find the best selfie, it's like a swipe left, because like that's the hassle I've got to deal with. Like, if you can't just be yourself, then there's really no point. So that's why I went with Velma over Daphne. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with Daphne as a character, she has her great moments in that, but from the early on series, and most people will agree with me, is that she was always the prettiest. And that's what she was like, you know, the pretty girl who always get caught and kidnapped, which was referenced in the Scooby-Doo movie, the live action one. So, you know, I took a step back and thought, no, because if I had to be truthfully, I'm not going to go with the prettiest, okay? I'm going to go with the smartest, someone has more to offer in life. I'm not saying Velma's not pretty, she is, but all I'm saying is that you don't have to glamour yourself up like a Barbie doll to get somewhere. So I went with Velma, which was pretty, you know, fair answer, honest. You know, I wasn't trying to elude people by saying the most thing people wanted to say. Because when you look on the Twitter one, when people talk about this one, they always go with, oh, Daphne. Some people go with Fred, which is understandable. But I say Fred from Be Cool is too immature. Whereas Mr. Incorporated Fred was a true natural leader. And, you know, that's the Fred you want to be with. And then you look at the earlier ones, yeah, he was the leader, but he didn't have like too much to offer. You didn't really find more about him until later on in the series. So each of the characters have their own traits where you watch them in every single season and they offer more to the table about their past, their family, relatives, and that. Mostly you see a lot of Scooby and Shaggy relatives on screen, and most people choose them as an iconic pair to choose for your crush and that. Me, I chose Velma because you've gradually, as character came on, you found out more about her. Mystery Incorporated, it like developed on those with the entire gang giving them their own background, their own family, and you saw their family interactions with one another. So they lived in the same area, their families knew each other, so there was more to offer on the table when it came to Mystery Incorporated, and that's what you can base more of the knowledge on. There's also you Google searches if you want to find more background about each of the characters in terms of family and relatives, which I've done in the past to do extended research. But for my answer for today's video, I chose Velma. But you are not limited to the gang members. Like I said at the start, you can go from any other side character from the movies or the show. Go all out, depending on, like, you can go with, like, even if they make like a brief hello, that could be your crush, okay? You can pretty much go out just on that. You're not limited to whether they had a few more words or not. No, as long as they were on screen, it counts. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Do hope you guys have enjoyed. This one was a really different one. I knew it was coming and I had all this time to prepare how to do the video, so I do hope you guys enjoy how I explained everything. If you do have any issues or concerns, please message me, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, or leave a comment on this YouTube channel and I'll be sure to get back to you. I'm not spreading any hate. I'm not trying to say being pretty is a bad thing. I'm just saying from my personal experience, all the pretty ones just really have nothing to offer, and that's from my experience. I'm not saying everyone's like that, so if you do take that to offence, I do apologise. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, take care.